The beaches in Rio de Janeiro seem to be a world apart, far from the COVID-19 pandemic spiraling out of control throughout Brazil. This couple from neighboring Argentina came here despite news that Latin America's largest country is facing the worst healthcare system collapse in all of its history.
In Argentina, the media kept hammering that Brazil has become the epicenter of the world pandemic, that everyone here is dying, that it's all doom and gloom. But we came anyway, and look what we found, a paradise.
A paradise that will shut its doors on Saturday. Rio's mayor has just joined other cities and states imposing restrictions to try and stop infections from spreading, killing 15,000 in just a week. Intensive care units across the country were already running out of beds. Now hospitals in 18 states say they're running out of medical supplies to intubate their patients.
Given the huge volume of patients, we start to suffer from the scarcity of basic materials. We are going to have serious problems in the coming days with sedatives and neuromuscular blockers. And this is happening in all hospitals, not just this one.
Doctors have been calling out for a nationwide lockdown, but President Jair Bolsonaro has asked the Supreme Court to overturn curfews imposed by governors and mayors. He says they're violating the Constitution and acting as dictators.
They're imposing a state of siege which is unconstitutional. They cannot do this without the approval of Congress. They're humiliating the population while saying they're saving lives. How can they be saving lives if they're starving people?
Back in Rio, Bolsonaro's words were received with mixed feelings.
Brazil is one of the, countries with, worst number of cases of COVID-19, and it's really preoccupying almost the entire world except our president, actually. And it's really not, it's not okay, I think.
Eles estão lá, eles têm dinheiro, eles têm como se manter, mas nós não temos dinheiro para isso.
If politicians are going to stop us from working, they must first find the means to guarantee our survival. I feed my family by selling hot dogs on the beach. If I'm forced to stay at home, what will happen to us?
The beaches in Rio are like an open marketplace. Many informal workers make their living here selling everything. Food, towels, bikinis, they rent chairs, they sell art. And they have no ways of making a living if the beaches are closed, especially now that they haven't been receiving emergency aid since January. The government has promised a new emergency aid package starting April. Coronavirus has hit Brazilians hard. And next week, the country is expected to reach another grim milestone when it will have a total of 300,000 deaths from COVID-19. Yanakiew, Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.